Here's a tour of my Ender 3 in its current state. Very far from stock, obviously. The most obvious difference right off the bat is the hot end assembly. Currently running direct drive using a Triangle Lab BMG clone and a pancake stepper. The mounting solution is homegrown. It doesn't rely on any Bowden couplings. It's extremely rigid. I don't know if we'll be able to get a shot, but the back part of the mount here, has a groove mount extension that the BMG is clamped onto, so it's super rigid. 5015 fan, running a E3D V6, and have a BL Touch with a very bent pin that still works great. Pretty compact. Haven't had really any issues with extra ringing, especially with input shaper from Klipper. Other changes include an extra lead screw in the back, running in a separate motor for it on a separate driver. Motherboard I'm using is concealed at the moment. Using an SKR 1.4 and Big Tree Tech's 2209 driver step 6. With direct drive, I had to bring the cable assembly up to the front of the machine unless I wanted to extend all the wires, which I did not. So the cable assembly comes out front. Eventually I'll set up a reverse Bowden, because with this spool on top and the direct drive I lose some Z height, and I want to get that back, so I'll make a spool holder, put it down in this corner, sorry about the exposure, put it down in this corner, and then have a reverse Bowden running up through this bracket and along with the cable assembly, umbilical, that's the word I was looking for, up to the hot end. Let's see, what else? Running Klipper with fluid as a front end. Klipper is fantastic. Input shaper is amazing. It makes additional ringing with the added weight on the hot end a complete non-issue. Using spring steel from Wham Bam, and then PEI on top. I think that was Gizmodorks. I don't remember for sure. Got it on Amazon. Instead of bed springs, I'm using a stack up of aluminum spacers, and on top of that, inside the installation, is a stack up of neoprene washers and beveled washers to try to get a little bit more rigidity in the bed mounting and add a little bit of vibration dampening. It does work. The downside is there's a lot more mechanical coupling of the bed to the frame, and so when there's rapid back and forth movements, that shaking is transmitted to the frame a lot more effectively, and so that the entire frame shakes a lot more. I think part of it's just due to the fact that it's not on a real rigid base right now. If I put this on the concrete floor, I expect it wouldn't be quite so bad, but it works. The enclosure is 2-inch rigid foam insulation with some LED strips along the top and sides. It is a heated chamber. Got a little space heater in there running off of just a temperature controlled power strip that I got off Amazon. That's the brand, but I don't even know if you can find it now. The exact same product is sold under multiple brand names that seem to come and go. I was a little concerned about the quality of this at first, but I've had it for over a year now, and it's been working great. I trust it a lot more now than I did when I first bought it, but it's been working pretty good. Because this is a heated chamber, I moved my power supply outside the enclosure, back in this corner, and then just ran a cable ran a cable in. See it in the back there. Hour counter. Put this in obviously about 36 hours ago. I probably had well over 1,000 hours on this printer before I put that hour counter on, but I've done a lot of work since then, so thought I might as well start that from scratch. Upcoming changes are going to be when I get all set up for ABS. I'm going to do the hot end assembly and all the other mechanical parts in ABS. I'm going to replace the BMG with a Sherpa Mini from Annex Engineering once I have parts coming for that. Once I have parts, the parts are coming. But replace that with a Sherpa Mini extruder. I also have, for the Z screws, I've got some 2mm pitch screws ready. Waiting on some Delrin nuts for these, and also some pancake steppers to be able to run them a little bit faster and compensate for the much slower travel speeds on Z that I'll get with a 2mm lead on these. If you buy these, make sure you get the right size. These are too short. 300mm. Stock Ender 3 screws are about 360, and you get away with 350 just fine. I think using these, I'm actually going to lose maybe 20mm of Z travel, which I don't think is going to be a problem for me. I mean, not enough to go buy new ones, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's about it.